Don't blame the restaurant or the grocery store for the high price of meat. I'm sure you've noticed that if you want to go out and have a good steak, you're probably going to spend somewhere in the neighborhood of $45 to $50 or maybe even more, depending on the restaurant and how big the steak is. There's a big shortage of cattle in the United States, and the numbers, well, they're staggering. In January, there were only 86.2 million cattle and calves, which is down from a peak of more than 130 million in the mid 1970s. The number of people in the United States far surpasses the number of cattle, and supply demand being what it is pushing the price of cattle to higher levels. The 86.2 million heads of cattle may sound like a lot. When you look at the numbers, it is the smallest herd since 1951, and that's when the population in the United States, well, it was only 157 million people. The population now stands around 344 million people, which is an increase of 119%. All things being equal, there should be around 180 million heads of cattle available. There are three reasons why the price of meat is high and the number of cattle is low. We used to receive about 5% of our beef supply from Mexico, but a parasitic fly larva called screwworm has destroyed that supply. Another problem is the lack of rain in Texas, which is the largest producer of our beef supply with 12.5 million cows. If ranchers don't get enough rain, they produce smaller herds because the cost of the feed increases. You may be thinking, well, there's a lot of cows in California as you drive up Interstate 15, and you are right, because California is the fourth largest producer state for cows at 5 million. But 1.7 million of those cows are dairy cows, they're not used for meat. The third reason is simply being a rancher is hard work. It is generally passed down from generation to generation. Most kids, when they're growing up, they do not dream about working on a ranch in the hot sun and in the dirt all day long. Also, with the price of land, some ranchers realize they're better off selling the ranch for a big profit than continuing to work the land. Fortunately, many ranchers love what they do and despite the hard work, continue to do it generation after generation. But if you know any young kids that like riding horses, well, maybe they should consider going to work on a ranch and save all that college money that they would have spent. I'm Brent Wilsey with Wilsey Asset Management. If you like these videos, be sure to give it a like or comment, and feel free to check out our other YouTube videos and weekly newsletter for latest economic news, expert analysis, and market insights.